In life, you're going to find yourself in a bad place from time to time. And whether that place means a relationship, an investment, a physical location, whatever it may be. When you're in a bad place, remember there's really only one healthy way to get out. And that starts with owning your decisions. It doesn't mean that you neglect or don't realize that other people played a part in your life, maybe even in a negative way, because it's good to evaluate who you feel is negative or hurtful or misleading or manipulative. Because whoever you may feel is like that in your life, your future decisions need to be made without them. But you have to own your decision, meaning you have to be accountable that unless you were abducted, unless you were forced to do something, you chose to do something. You chose to invest in something, you chose to go somewhere, you chose to do it. So you do that so you take the power back in your life to go forward. It doesn't mean like you still don't feel like, people kind of screwed you a little bit, but you have to own your decision so that you can go forward in a healthy way. And then once you do that, now you're in a good place, at least psychologically to a certain degree. You still have a lingering pain that there's some people you don't want to deal with in your future decisions. You still feel a pain that you failed yourself, you made the wrong decision, and we all do. It's so hard to accept that we made the wrong decision sometime, especially when we were so close to the right decision. But that's life. That's an adult. And it's better to deal with it in an honest, healthy way than lie to yourself or just sweep it under the rug. Because remember, when you find yourself in a bad place, the best thing you can do is address it so you can get in a better place. Because the longer it takes for you to address that you're in a place that you're unhappy, unfulfilled, unhealthy, the longer it takes for you to address that, the longer you have to suffer. The sales pitch for going through the pain of change is the quicker you start the process, the quicker you get out of suffering. So now you don't want to go forward with certain people or certain things. Now you know that, you are responsible for changing the course of your direction and taking accountability for your past direction. And now at least you got the ship in the right direction. Big decisions, big ships, they're hard to change directions. But once you've done those two things, you take accountability and you don't include unhealthy people in your future decisions. Now at least you got the ship pointing in the right direction. Now it's going to take some time to get momentum in going forward in the right direction. Because that takes time. But at least point your ship in the right direction by taking accountability and not including people or things that you feel are unhealthy for your future. Then keep doing what you need to do on a daily basis, your responsibilities for your job, your responsibilities for your health and your well-being, your hygiene, your tasks that you have to do for your life, personal, professional. And now, over time, at least you're pointing in the right direction. You'll make progress. And then a couple things will happen, and then you'll have a lot of momentum again. Okay? And then you'll be back in a good place again. But get the ship pointing in the right direction. And then continue to do the healthy, productive, positive things you need to do on a daily basis, day in, day out, until you can get the momentum back on your side. And then try to remember the lesson, but not dwell on the lesson. Try to enjoy every moment as best you can responsibly. And I hope this video helps. This is the basic, simple things that we need to remind ourselves. I include myself, ourselves, in life. Make sure that our ship is pointing in the right direction. And if it isn't, take accountability that you have to steer the ship of your life. Then throw people overboard that aren't supposed to be in your life. Okay, whether it's a real estate agent or whether it's an intimate relationship, don't include them in your future decisions. And then you got to give it time. Why? Because guys, if you try to go too fast in a different direction, you're going to burn your engine out. I remember I was driving down to the Jersey Shore when I was very young, and a friend of mine had an old truck, and he gave it to his friend to drive. And this old truck, man, he had it in a left lane. He was redlining it, man. He was going over 100 miles an hour in this old truck. This truck was old, but it was reliable. But being that the kid who was driving it was being so reckless in the speed, in the forceful speed that he was driving this very old vehicle, even though we were going very fast, what happened is we ended up on the side of the road because he blew out the engine. And the lesson to that is, guys, you got to take your time to get to your destination sometimes. Sometimes it takes time to get to your destination. And if you force that, if you go too fast, you're going to blow your engine. If you appreciate these videos, click that thumbs up. Share this video via text, via social media with people, because you know a lot of people need this message. Click the thumbs up. Click the super thanks. Thank you to all my members. Click that join button you want to be a member. And I will see you in the next video.